The new PRX Chronograph in sort of forest green. It's really cool, but why? Why do I want to talk about it? Let's get into that in a minute, because first of all, I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd. So if I say anything that's wrong or anything that you disagree with, pop down into the comments and let me know. Whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. And you could also click that join button. That would be amazing. We'd really like it if you supported us even more directly. That'd be cool. So the new Tissot PRX Chronograph in green. Why do I want to talk about it? That's the first question I want to deal with. Why do I want to talk about it? First of all, I feel like the PRX Chronograph doesn't get enough love. And I think one of the main reasons for that is because it's not seen as good a value as the other items in the PRX collection. So a normal automatic PRX is £640. This watch that we're going to talk about, it's over €2,000, 2,045 euros. It's probably like 1,800 £1,700. That's a lot of money, but is it worth it? Is it? Let's talk about it. So I really like the PRX. It's no secret, I think everyone in the watch community likes the PRX. It's cool, it's sick. One of the things about the new chronograph in the green is it's the first PRX chronograph with the waffle dial pattern, which I think is really cool. It's a really nice addition and a really good step up from the normal PRX chronographs. It just makes it more interesting. I've tried and used and just worn some of the PRX chronographs, had them on the wrist. I think they're really cool. They feel solid, they feel premium, and they don't have the Powermatic 80 movement in, because obviously it's not a chronograph movement. It's taken a step up, so this watch is actually properly serviceable. It's gonna last you a very long time, and I think that's really makes it much more worth it for the step up in price. So overall, if you're familiar with the PRX chronograph, it's not going to be a surprise to anyone. It's the normal specs. So it's 42 millimeters in diameter. It's 15.4 millimeters thick. So it's a big boy. It's chunky, it's thick. But for an automatic chronograph at this price, I'd say it's somewhat justified, to be honest. And I mean, I think I could pull it off. I think I could definitely pull it off. Also, what's nice, if you turn the watch over, it's still got a sapphire case back, and it's actually, for the price, a really nicely decorated movement. And the rotor weight actually has a bit of skeletonization too. More skeletonization than you'd find on something like a Longines movement. So I actually really appreciate the finishing that's gone into this watch. Can I also say the green on the dial isn't a flat color? It's actually it's a bit sunbursty. It's a bit of a sunbursty green. What was that? It's like looking at wet moss on a autumn morning, I guess. Bit mildewy, shines in the light. That's how I describe the dial. It's a really cool dial. Also, if we're talking about that pattern, it does have the waffle dial, which is really nice, but the sub-dials are a different texture. So it's actually a really interesting dial to look at. Can we just appreciate this dial for this price? It's really cool. They've obviously put a lot of work into it. So it is obviously not the Powermatic 80 movement, as I talked about. It's a different movement. What movement, however? It's the ETA A05.H31. So it's a modern version of the Value 7753. If you're a movement geek, that's going to know a lot. That's going to mean a lot to you. Doesn't mean an awful lot to me, because I don't know an awful lot about movements. But an ETA movement, that's good. It's going to be a big step up, a lot easier to service, because there's been a bit of talk about the Powermatic 80 being a disposable movement. But this movement sounds really good. 60-hour power reserve, 28,800 VPH, so it's got decent specs, nothing to complain about there. So it's got all your normal chronograph complications, and it's also got a date tucked neatly at 4:30, same as on all the other PRX chronographs. Just a nice watch. I don't think it's terribly priced for what it is, what it represents. If you want an integrated chronograph, it's actually pretty nicely finished and feature rich, with a nice case back and everything. It's a great watch. £2,000, just shy if you're using civilized money. It's nice. And that's all I really have to say about it. It's a massive step up from the normal automatic three-hander, but I like it. I don't have any complaints about it. It's my new favourite PRX chronograph, which is quite niche. It's very niche, but it just is. So, what do you think, Terry?
I like it. You know I love my green watches.
Terry does like his green.
Not a big fan of the hands.
On the PRX?
Yeah, I think that's just a PRX thing for me. I'm not a huge fan of the hands.
That's fair.
Stands out, but I'd like to try this one on. See how it fits.
I'd like to see it on you.
So would I.
You need a chronograph.
I do need a chronograph.
I need a chronograph. I don't have a chronograph. That's why I want a Speedmaster.
Chronograph tier list at some point.
What, just chronographs?
Yes.
Monaco in the bin. I'm not a fan of Monaco.
Could be 100 odd watches, but let's do it.
Yeah, just... Oh my god. Let me know what you guys think of this new release. It's a bit dry out there at the moment for new releases that I want to cover. So we've sort of scraped the bottom of the barrel and talked about PRX. But it was the first new release that's tickled my fancy, actually. It's tickled my fancy at all. It's actually got all tickly on my fancy since the cycling Tudor. So tell me what you think in the comments. Whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. Thank you very, very much to our channel members on screen now. You guys are the absolute bestie westie guys in the world. And to everyone else, watch yourselves.